Hey, good Sunday morning, Portland. I've been trying to get set up for this video for a while, so we'll sit and wait for the hummingbirds. They're here, you can hear them chirping, and a few have flown by, so I've been playing with volume. I don't know how to get it any better, so we'll just see how this goes. And good coffee morning to you. It's chilly. See your breath morning out here on the patio. So there's a bit more conversation out there about methane in the environment and what methane's going to do. It's going to start to surface more because it's going to become more obvious to people. And if they understand the impact of methane, then we should do something about pollution. So at least limit what we make of it. A lot of this comes back to how you understand what other people are talking about, if you can understand it. And that's tough. It's not necessarily easy. I see hummingbirds around. Let's do a little zoom here. So, having traveled a bit, having been trained and professionally used metrology techniques, understanding which metrology, that word is the science of measurements themselves. How we measure what we measure, how accurate and how good it is. It is the study of the accuracy of instrumentation. It can be very specific in a specific domain like optical or high energy or say temperature, or you name the instrument sets out there. Many different domains. When you change domains like biology to chemistry to the words change. The science trades have been taught languages that don't necessarily line up. So a biologist can speak different about pH or ions or electrons or protons, and yet be talking about the same thing. So there's that. Metrology as a science is a valued part of the European Union's democracy, meaning a shared knowledge. I suppose. I don't know what it means anymore. So if you look inside the EU construct, the civilization they are trying to build that competes with some others' ideas, you'll find this metrology thing. And these are the professionals that help verify the statistics and the data. They are a bunch of different domains, a bunch of different ways of doing that. So that is the profession of metrology. Here in America, it used to be a military MOS, occupational specialty. If you had that specialty or that training, your employers were Boeing, Hughes Aerospace, or Hughes Aircraft, even Hughes Research Centers, McDonnell Douglas. You had a skill set very unique to many industries, so jobs weren't a question. So inside the military there are some jobs like that, and I suppose it's how well you can pass tests is what gets you there. So sorry for the shakes. I don't know if it's coffee or if it's the cold. So these measurement things are important. I brought that up. I brought up methane, right? Well, methane is a very common natural gas. There is teratons of it sequestered in different places on the planet. It comes from the evolution of the planet and a billion-year history of rocks growing on top of each other and pushing each other aside, and land battles before the word existed. So that's how long it took to get here. Understanding some of these measurements helps you understand the meaning of that. So metrology is a key function. The other advantage the EU has is so many languages. The youth speak so many languages because if you go into the state next to you, you're in another country with a different language, a different culture, different pay structure. So there's real life out there. But these measurement things, so the methane, going back to the methane, trying to keep on some kind of topic. Recent articles, science releases, it may be worth a Google to look for Earth-facing satellites, or, methane measurement satellites. And maybe turn on some filters, so something in all the stuff in the last 6 months. If you Google Scholar, please do. Okay, the hummingbirds are here. They're chasing each other off. I'll see if I can pay a bit more attention for the audience. But you can hear them chirp. That chirp is a, hey, get out of my territory kind of thing. Or so, I don't know what they're saying, but that's what they do while they're chasing each other. Sharp, fast chirps. Coffee. So that is a part of the sciences. It's a very fundamental part of the sciences. The metrology thing is the National Institutes of Science and Technology. Used to be the National Bureau of Standards till the names was changed to try and privatize it, actually. So the U.S. links to the European Bureau of Standards. So inside the EU, which some people hate, are global standards and sciences and measurements that we are directly tied to. It's the inches to centimeters conversation. So yeah, that's something we do. Well, I've got the shakes bad. It's too chilly out here. So there's that. There's people that still do these things for a profession. They might be in a single discipline. Like I said, optical emissions is enough in itself. No matter how sophisticated the instruments have gotten, scintillation detectors rely on optical emissions and detection. And those are very trusted instruments. And you know that those high voltage detectors have been replaced with something silicone. Or you do now. So I'm shaking too much. Need to go get some warm. But here's a Sunday conversation. Thank you.